Boost your academic English, mastering phrasal verbs for discussing results. Hello learners! Today, we're going to take a big step forward in improving your academic English. We're focusing on phrasal verbs for discussing results. Phrasal verbs are an essential part of English, especially in academic contexts. So, let's dive in. Phrasal verbs are verbs combined with prepositions or adverbs. Together, they usually take on a completely different meaning compared to the individual words. They are a common part of the English language and especially important in academic writing or discussions. Now, let's move on to some common phrasal verbs that are used when discussing results. We'll go through each one with a definition and an example. 1. Bring up, to introduce a topic. For example, the professor brought up the experimental results in the lecture. 2. Point out, to draw attention to a fact. For example, the researcher pointed out the significant findings in the data. 3. Work out, to solve or figure something out. For example, through numerous tests, the scientist worked out the solution to the problem. 4. Set out, to present information or ideas in a systematic way. For example, the author sets out the results of the survey in the 3rd chapter. 5. Go through, to examine or consider something in detail. For example, let's go through the results of the experiment together. 6. Come across, to find or encounter, especially by chance. For example, in their research, they came across some unexpected results. 7. Break down, to separate into components. For example, the study breaks down the results into several categories for easy understanding. 8. Wrap up, to conclude or complete something. For example, the presenter wrapped up the discussion with a summary of the results. Using phrasal verbs correctly in sentences is crucial for mastering them. Let's take a look at some sentences. The lecturer brought up an interesting point about the correlation between the two variables in the research. He pointed out that the findings were consistent with previous studies. The team worked out the reasons for the unexpected results after thorough analysis. In her thesis, she sets out to explain the results of her fieldwork in detail. They went through the data meticulously to ensure no important detail was overlooked. While reviewing the literature, I came across a study that produced similar results. We need to break down the complex results into simpler terms for a broader audience. To wrap up the conference, the keynote speaker summarized the main outcomes of the discussed research. Well done, everyone! We've covered a lot of ground today, but remember, the key to mastering phrasal verbs is practice. Try to use these phrasal verbs in your academic discussions and writing. Remember, the more you use them, the more naturally they will come to you. We hope you found this lesson helpful. See you in the next one. Happy learning!